Welcome back. What were your ideas? What did you think this was an image of? I had a careful look, and I wonder if I noticed the same things that you did. I thought this was some sort of creature with very sharp teeth, whiskers, and tiny claws. I also noticed that this creature had a very long tail. Well, if you guessed it was a rat, you were absolutely right. But why do we keep this mummified preserved rat here at the National Archives? He even has his own little document box and his own reference code. But what has he done to warrant such an important resting place? I'm sure you have lots of ideas and I'd love to hear them. You can email us or post them on Twitter after this session. Well, I'm going to reveal why we keep this rat so carefully at the National Archives. If we go back hundreds of years before the National Archives, important documents travelled around with the ruling king or queen at the time. And then as the administration of government grew, documents started to be stored in different places across the country. The chapter house at Westminster Abbey was used for storing records, as was the Tower of London, and there are even examples of documents being stored in disused cellars. Now, at the turn of the 19th century, a man named Henry Cole, who was working for the government, as part of his job, he was asked to retrieve some documents. So, he went to the site where the documents were stored, and at this point they were kept in chests, a little bit like this. And he lifted the lid on the wooden chest, and he put his hands into the chest to retrieve the documents that he required. But much to his surprise, the documents had been shredded and torn, and as he delved further into the chest, he discovered the reason why. A rat, with its razor-sharp teeth, had gnawed its way through the wooden chest and had made a rather delicious meal out of the documents inside. Now, Henry was absolutely furious. Apparently, he marched down to the Houses of Parliament with the rat swinging by its tail. He burst into Parliament and he waved the rat in front of all the MPs sitting there, exclaiming that rats were literally eating away at the country's history and that something needed to be done. Well, it was because in 1838 the Public Record Act was passed and the Public Record Office was built in central London. This was the first time that there was a place in one area to keep documents safely and securely. Now today we've had a change of name. We're called the National Archives and we've moved from central London to Kew. But I think you will agree that this rat is really one of the reasons why the archives exists today, and this is what guarantees him a place in our repository shelves. So you have done some absolutely brilliant historical work today. You've looked at what the National Archives does and the weird and wonderful documents that we hold. You've used and practiced your observation skills and your ability to gather evidence and make your own interpretations or suggestions about the past. I've really enjoyed exploring these documents with you. If you want to, and you've been quite inspired, there are some further documents taken from the National Archives for you to have a look at on this same web page. There are also some great ideas for getting crafty and creative. Let us know how you get on and do share your ideas with us via email or via Twitter. So that's all from me today. I've really enjoyed working with you all. Have fun working through the additional activities and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.